Yo, yo, Beam FM fam. Neon sunshine and boombox energy good morning. It's Monday, April 6th, and we're rolling into a brand new week together. Thanks for tuning in. Whether you're grinding through the commute, cradling that coffee, or sneaking a little chill before the day starts, we've got you. Here's to smooth rides, big smiles, and a groovy soundtrack to power you through the work week. Stay bright, stay bold, and have an amazing day, for sure.
Beam FM, first on the 80s. Music 9. Music 6.
Music 7. Music 2.
Beam FM drops the beat.
Music 9.
Music 4. Music 2.
Music 1. Music 6.
Music 8.
Music 10. Music 5. Music 3.
Music 7.
Music 9.
Music 4. Music 2.
Music 1.
Beam FM drop beat.
Music 8.
Music 10. Music 5. Music 3.
Music 7.
Music 9.
Music 4. Music 2.
Music 1. Music 6.
Music 8.
Music 10. Music 5. Music 3.
Music 7.
Music 9.
Music 4. Music 2.
Music 1. Music 6.
Music 8.
Music 10. Music 5. Music 3.
Music 7.
Beam FM dropping hard, yo.
Music 9.
Music 4. Music 2.
Beam FM, first on the
Real talk. You just rode the neon tide with Music 2 by Unknown Bright. As Ocean Drive at sunrise and as smooth as a red Testarossa gliding by Fontainebleau. Up next, Music 1 by Unknown hits the street lamplit highway. Think sunny keyboards, sugar rush bass, and a chorus that feels like a Walkman reboot at high noon. So tell me, you ready to ride the next chord change? Will this one whisk us to Cala Ocho dreams, or keep us cruising along the Sunrise Strip?
Music 1.
Beam FM. Outro Queenie and fades, baby.
Music 6.
Music 8.
Music 10. Music 5. Beam FM, first on the 80s.
Oh, hey, sunshine. We just vibed through that glow up with Music 5 neon crescendos and chrome reflections on Ocean Drive. Totally sugary and bright. Now I'm sliding into a sun-kissed bridge. Imagine a Walkman spinning, a clock-stop city at dawn, and us cruising Calo Ocho with the windows down. So what do you think, choirs of synth or a glossy bass line for the next track? Up next is Music 3 by Unknown You, in for a rooftop rendezvous or a neon-soaked alley dive. And, hey, earlier we teased Music 7. Remember that rumor mill, folks?
Music 3.
Music 7.
Beam FM, first on the 80s.
All right, city dreamers. That was Music 7 by Unknown, sounding like neon rain on Ocean Drive and a Walkman humming in the pocket of my lime green jacket. What a bridge. Right glassy synths, sun-kissed bass, and a groove that says, we're cruising Calo Ocho at sunrise. Next up, Music 9 by Unknowendo. You feel that cosmic twirl coming. Or should we cue the car that talks back to the vibes and take a little detour into a neon sunset?
Music 9. Beam FM, first on the 80s.
All right, sunshine, that was Music 9 by Unknown. Neon finely tuned like cassette tape blow on Ocean Drive. I've got a sun-splashed bridge for you, city lights sparkling, synths kissing the dawn, and my hair spraying a little more glitter than the Fontainebleau pool at noon. So what comes next? Music 4 by Unknown Think Rooftop Vibes, with a red Testarossa heartbeat. You in for a brighter twist, or should I cue that earlier music, one call back, and spin it again for the retro crowd?
Music 4. Music 2.
Music 1. Music 6. Beam FM, first on the 80s.
All right, you sunshine seekers, the city's waking up with neon dreams. That was Music 6 by Unknown. Smooth as a neon-lit breeze off Ocean Drive. Now we coast into a breezy Bridgetink palm shadows on a glassy Cali Ocho afternoon, a little spark of glitter in the air. And yeah, that bass line doing a tiny little wink. So what's coming up next? Music 8 by Unknown, and I've got a sneaky tease. Did you notice a hint of a rooftop sunset in the synth? Bet you'll hear it loud when we drop into it.
Music 8.
All right, you tuned in just as the glow sticks hit the night coast. That was Music 8 by Unknown, smooth as a neon sunset over Ocean Drive. Now, I'm flipping the switch to a brighter gear-think pastel intersections, a little sax, and a groove that hops from Calle Ocho to Fontainebleau. What's next is Music 10 by Unknown. Quick tease is this. The track where the keys ride a sunshine wave and the bass dips into a sunrise splash air. You ready to ride it with me?
Music 10.
Oh yeah, you just rode the neon wave with Music 10 bright, bubbly city pop vibes pouring over Ocean Drive like citrus sunscreen at Fontainebleau. In riding the breeze with a quick bridge, imagine a sun-kissed street, red Testarossa reflections, and a cassette deck humming along. So, here's the tease. For sure, what do you think changes more between tracks that shimmering synth clink or the heartbeat of those springy drums? Up next, Music 5 by Unknown, and hey, if you were into callbacks, we might swing back to Music 3 by Unknown. Later, just say the word. You know, ha 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 ha.
Music 5.
Oh, hey, so we just rode the neon tide with Music 5, smooth as a Cadillac on Ocean Drive at sunset. That bridge? A sun-kissed tempo shift, like a Walkman rediscovering its batteries in a Rubik's Cube, bright and bouncy. Next up, we've got Music 3 coming at you. Same city vibes, same suck glow, but will that bass line dip into a chill groove or crash into a sparkling chorus? I'm curious, which city pop moment will you ride with me first this morning?
Music 3.
Music 7.
Music 9.
Oh hey, that was Music 9 spinning neon on Ocean Drive city lights, glittering like a Rubik's Cube under a Fontainebleau sunrise. Totally sparkly. Now we ride a sun-kissed bridge straight into the next vibe. Bold synths bloom, a little drum bounce, and a whispery vocal that says, "Don't blink." So tell me, are you ready for Music 4 by Unknown to drop like a red Testarossa, headlights flashing through Calle Ocho?
Music 4. Music 2.
Whoa, that electric city pop glow had us cruising Ocean Drive this morning. Slick riffs and neon sunshine, baby. Next up, we ride into Music 1 by Unknown. But hey, did you catch that synth bloom that pulled us from the docks to the Fontainebleau poolside? We're unlocking a Lyle bridge that teases what's coming after a little future retro rush. You in?
Music 1. Music 6.
Oh hey, that was city pop gloss on Music 6, all neon smiles and lacy sax, right as the sun hits Ocean Drive. Now I'm flipping the vibe to a slick Bridget Think pastel sunsets, reflected in a vintage boulevard mirror, keys slipping from A major to C major, like a cab ride to the Fontainebleau. So what do you think the tempo-shifted bounce of Music 8 will bring more glow? Or a midnight turbo? You and me vibing through Calle Ocho. Are you ready for the next Neon Goose moment?
Music 8.
Yo, you're cruising with NH80-FM, and we just soaked in that glow city pop sparkle, neon on the water like a Fontainebleau sunrise. That was Music 8 by Unknown Sudary Synths, and a rhythm that nudged the sun up a notch. Next up, we're gliding into Music 10 by Unknown-ikid, ready for a higher key shift that'll make your dashboard feel like a Calle Ocho parade. Quick question for you. You ready for the glow up, or gonna let that bass line ghost you into a sunlit dreaming break?
Music 10. Music 5.
Hey, good morning, Sunshine City Pop cruising through Ocean Drive vibes. Neon glitter in the rear view. That was Music 5 by Unknown. And man, I'm feeling that retro sparkle as we roll into a lighter Bridget Think palm trees, pastel walls, and a Walkman crackling with sunshine. Next up, Music 3 by Unknown. And hey, remember that callback tease about Music 10? Did you feel that old school cassette hiss sneaking back into the mix? Stay tuned, we're riding the glow until the first chorus hits, for sure.
Music 3.
Music 7.
Beam FM, Beat Drop.
Beam FM, first on the 80s.
Oh yeah, that city pop glow just lit up Ocean Driveway. Just 5 with Music 7 by Unknown. Neon hearts and palm tree dreams. The synths sparkling like red testarossas in Fontainebleau at sunrise. And I'm loving how we rode that bridge from retro drift to a sparkling sunlit chorus. What a vibe. Now for the next leap. Up next is Music 9 by Unknown. So tell me, are you ready for a little rooftop dance and a Calle Ocho lanterns, or should I cue the groove that makes you want to push the Walkman's rockabilly headphones back and just float?
Music 9. Beam FM, first on the 80s.
All right, Sunshine, that was Music 9, spinning neon and nostalgia all at once. City pop glow on full blast. That groove slid from cherries on Ocean Drive to a sunrise over Fontainebleau, and I'm vibing with that twinkle in your eyes. You feel it too, right? Next up, we drop Music 4 by Unknown, and I gotta ask, which city should our next bridge whisk us to? Tokyo at dawn, or Calle Ocho after hours?
Music 4.
Oh, that glow up from Music 4 wrapped with neon swoosh city pop vibes, cruising through Ocean Drive vibes. Rhymes with sunshine on Fontainebleau glass. Next up, Music 2 drops in slick and shiny, a sugar rush bridge that'll make the Walkman hiss with anticipation. So tell me, are you ready to ride this breezy groove into the next chorus? Are we chasing that synth sparkle or catching the bassline sunset?
Music 2.
All right, hey, sun-kissed listeners, that was Music 2 spinning neon through Ocean Drive, and M's still buzzing from those glassy synths and palm tree hooks. So, what's next? We're sliding into Music 1 bright city pop sunshine with a little Calle Ocho gloss, but I've got a zippy question for you. Which era of old school glow does your heart lean toward, the glossy daytime vibes or the midnight neon party hint? Both ride the same melody line. And hey, quick callback earlier, we dropped Music 10, remember that sparkly groove? Stay tuned, because we're about to ride that vibe again with a fresh twist.
Music 1. Music 6. Beam FM, first on the 80s.
All right, good morning, sunshine. That was Music 6 by Unknown Bright as a sunrise over Ocean Drive and smoother than a fresh can of Tab, yeah? I'm thinking that guitar hook is shaping up to be our neon bright bridge. Could be the perfect vibe to glide into a breezy city pop moment. Next up is Music 8 by Unknown. And hey, Maybe drop a cheeky callback to Music 9 from earlier. Were you vibing it as hard as I was?
Music 8.
Whoa, you caught that glow up that was Music 8 sliding in with neon sunrise vibes, baby. I'm riding the rooftop breeze now, peeling back into that sky blue bridge and thinking, what if we ride this tempo up just enough to kiss the sun reflected on Ocean Drive? So tell me, are you ready for Music 10 to drop the beat in a way that makes your Walkmans tremble? Or should I spin you the memory of Music 5 from earlier as a little bone-dangling teaser?
Music 10. Music 5. Music 3.
Oh yeah, we just rode the neon tides with Music 3 by Unknown. And man, that glow-up felt like a sunrise over Ocean Drive. Now we slide into a Lyle City Synth Bridge Bright Keys, breezy bass, like walking Calo Ocho at 7 a.m. with a Walkman crackling city love. So tell me, are you ready for Music 7 by Unknown to turbocharge that morning vibe? Or should I tease a surprise guest on the next break?
Music 7.
Oh yeah, that glow-up from Music 7 was Neon Sunset on Ocean Drive. Baby city pop vibes buzzing like a boombox in a Fontainebleau window. Now we're flipping the switch to a brighter bridge, a palm tree tempo breath in chrome and candy. You feel that shimmer? So tell me, are you ready to ride into the next tongue twister beat Music 9 by Unknown? That twisty little tease could be Tonight's secret sunset jam, right?
Music 9.
Oh hey, early morning sun on Ocean Drive. That was Music 9 by Unknown Bright. Glossy city pop vibes melting into the coffee steam. Buzzing like a neon sign. Next up, Music 4 by Unknown. Think rooftop breezes and red Testarossas cruising Calo Ocho. But tell me, which chorus hits you harder in the morning, the sugared hook or the silky synth?
Music 4.
Yo, are you riding with NH80-FM? And that was Music 4. Yo, Beam fam. Welcome to the neon glow of Beam FM this bright Monday morning, April 6th. Thanks for waking up with us. Whether you're grinding at the desk, cruising the commute, or taking a quiet moment to sip your coffee and breathe in the rhythm, we're here to ride your morning vibe with sunshine, bass, and a little nostalgia, baked in like a sunset over Ocean Drive. Have a fantastic day, stay cool, and let's make this weekday feel like a carnival. Alrighty, sunshine, over to Crystal LaRue for the news. Fast and bright.
Good morning, Radioland. You're tuned to Beam FM with Crystal LaRue at the microphone, where our alien-grade transmitters pick up signals from the future and bring them to you today with a clear, steady voice you can trust. Here are your headlines for this morning. Pope calls for peace and Trump vows hell for Iran on Easter. Axios reports Pope Leo's Easter message as a call for peace in a world at war, while President Trump's Easter remarks promise a hard line on Iran. A dual beat that signals global tension and a push-pull of diplomacy and pressure. UCLA storms past South Carolina to claim its first NCAA women's basketball title. NPR coverage notes a historic win for UCLA, crowned champions after a dominant performance in the tournament. Commentary from analysts highlights a bruising, decisive run to the title in Westwood. Applause sound effect in the distance if the moment fits. Oil rises slightly after Trump's latest threats on Iran. The New York Times and Axios flag a cautious uptick in oil prices amid ongoing geopolitical risk and market nerves tied to Iran tensions. Markets stay on edge as signals mix about potential conflict and peace prospects. NASA shares photos shot on iPhone 17 Pro Max during Artemis 2's second mission to the moon. Mac rumors and the New York Times spotlight a surprising twist in space imagery, with iPhones playing a role in the historic mission's photo archive. How did our pocket cameras become part of space history? There are no words, a moment of reaction to a powerful image or statement making rounds this morning. A reminder that some footage speaks louder than headlines. In today's weather and traffic quick look, expect mild morning temps with a light breeze. Roadways are mostly clear, but a few pockets of heavier traffic near the river crossings during the 8 o'clock hour. Our future viewing signals indicate a mild uptick by late morning, with a potential shower chance returning this afternoon. Stay tuned for live updates. Now, a quick note from our alien radio technology: these signals occasionally flicker with echoes from the future, like a newsroom from tomorrow dropping in on today. If you hear a momentary glitch, it's just the stars aligning with our broadcast, guiding you to the latest. We'll keep you updated as these stories unfold. For now, here's some music to power you through your morning, and we'll return with more on the hour. This is Crystal LaRue on Beam FM, keeping you informed and in step with the beat of the day.
Beam FM, first on the 80s.
Music 7, Music 2,
Music 1.
Beam FM, outro cue Neon Dreams, yo.
Music 6. Music 5. Music 3. Music 10.
Music 4, Music 8,
Music 9.
Music 7, Music 2,
Music 1. Music 6. Music 5. Music 3. Music.
Beam FM, beat drop.
Music 4, Music 8,
Music 9.
Music 7.
Beam FM drops beat time.
Beam FM, first on the 80s.
All right, listen up. Sunshineth That was Music 7 by Unknown, and the synths were glossier than a neon sunset on Ocean Drive. That bridge slid us from the palm tree groove into a brighter chorus, like a Walkman spinning a fresh cassette while a boombox blasts from a Fontainebleau balcony. So what's next on a neon-paved street? Music 2 by Unknown You. Think it'll keep the sunshine vibes? or pull a slick little plot twist on us?
Music 2.
Beam FM, first on the 80s.
Oh yeah, we just rode that neon groove with Music 2. By Unknown, your streetlights are flashing like a Rubik's Cube in a wind tunnel. Totally vibey. Now, we flip the switch to a sun-kissed bridge synths gliding over a piano palm tree, cruising Calo Ocho vibes as the city wakes up and the boombox in the window hums along. Next up is Music 1 by Unknown. Think Rooftop Glow, a breeze off the ocean, and a question for you. If this next track were a red Testarossa outside Fontainebleau, would you chase it or let it glide by? Wake up, listeners, we're rolling into a brighter city pop moment.
Music 1. Music 6. Beam FM, first on the 80s.
All right, zoned into the neon glow, you rode that city pop wave with a smooth, sunlit glideth at was Music 6 by Unknown, right on 105 BPM and velvet blue keys. Now, in weaving a tiny bridge, picture palm trees swaying, a red Testarossa purring past Ocean Drive as the synths drip like tropical rain. Next up, we drop Music 5 by Unknown. Think pastel skylines and a groove that sticks to your sneakers like salt air, ready to hear how that bass line slides into your afternoon. For sure, you'll want to hear that little callback we tossed earlier. Music 10 by Unknown pops in like a subtle sunbeam and then drifts away.
Music 5. Music 3. Music 10. Beam FM, first on the 80s.
All right, you cruised through the neon glow of the city pop beat. That was Music 10 spinning smooth like a Cali Ocho sunset. In catching that melodic drift and wondering what little midnight mischief will pop up when I drop the bridge. Okay, imagine a glassy synth sky over Ocean Drive, a hum of Rubik's Cube colored riffs, and then we glide into something brighter. Next up, Music 4 by Unknown. You think you're ready for that four-notada, or should I tease out a little more sugar first?
Music 4. Music 8.
Beam FM, first on the 80s.
All right, you neon dreamers, quick recap. That last cut was a smooth city pop sunset on Ocean Drive, syrupy synths gliding over a slick bass line. Now we ride a golden Bridget Hink lazy palm shadows and a Walkman glow as the tempo eases into a slick, sun-drenched groove. Next up, we hit Music 9 by Unknown. You ever wonder who writes these breezy vibes that sound like a red Testarossa gliding past Fontainebleau at golden hour?
Music 9.
All right, city cruisin' crew, that was Music 9. Spinning neon nights and palm trees swaying to the rhythm. I'm riding the bridge here, smooth as a Walkman glow on Ocean Drive, wondering if you caught that synth kiss in the chorus. Totally zen. Next up, we slam into Music 7 by Unknown. And hey, remember earlier we lit up Music 9 like a red Testarossa under Fontainebleau light, Sue, feeling that vibe. Or what?
Music 7. Music 2.
Music 1. Music 6. Beam FM, first on the 80s.
right, sunshine, that city pop groove just washed over us like a neon tide, smooth and steady. The kind of afternoon that makes you want to roll the windows down and pretend you're cruising Ocean Drive. That was Music 6 by Unknown. And right now, I'm vibing to a lil bridge that sounds like a sun-kissed alley in Caliocho, you feel me? Next up, Music 5 by Unknowniep. We're sliding into a cooler, brighter breeze. And I gotta ask, do you hear that shimmer at the bass line? Like a neon Testarossa revving in Fontainebleau? For sure, we're keeping this mood going, baby.
Music 5. Music 3.
All right, listen up. Gorgeous Hat was Music 3. Cruising through neon-drenched streets of Ocean Drive, smooth as a late afternoon breeze. Now we ease into a glide-worthy bridge. Lights on the Caliocho. Bass whispering like a hush in Fontainebleau after hours. Up next, Music 10 swoops and hot. You think this groove takes the edge, or does it float you like a red Testarossa drifting into a sunset? Totally curious, do you want me to drop a little callback to Music 5 from earlier if you're vibing with consistency?
Music 10.
All right, listen up. That last track felt like neon rain on Ocean Drive, smooth and shimmering. We just cruised through a sun-kissed bridge, and I'm telling you, the vibes are lining up like a row of red Testarossas in Fontainebleau, parking pure city pop glow. So here's the tease. Amiga and Amigo coming up is Music 4 by Unknown, and you'll hear a little 80s gloss twist that'll make us want to croon into our Walkmans all over Caliocho. That optional flashback callback you might have caught earlier, we spun Music 3 by Unknown Totally, a vibe check. Now roll with me. You're tuned to NH80-FM, and we're riding this daytime groove all the way.
Music 4. Music 8.
All right, smooth cruising through the neon midday. That was Music 8, painting Ocean Drive in pastel squares. I'm spinning you a bridge, a Lyle whisper of city rain on Caliocho windows, and a bass line that nudges you toward the next glow. So what's next? Music 9, will it glide you to Fontainebleau, sunset, or crash you into a buzzy arcade of synths? Stay tuned, listener, 'cause we're riding this groove together, and I've got a cheeky callback tease for you. We might hear that familiar synth sting from Music 9 before the first chorus rad, huh?
Music 9.
Music 7. Music 2.
Hey, you vibing on NH80-FM, smooth as a sunset over Ocean Drive. That was Music 2 by Unknown Soaky Synths. A little neon rain on Caliocho, totally cruisin'. Next up, Music 1 by Unknown. And a quick tease, do you hear that lilting key shift hinting at a beachy twist? Or is that just the neon whispering a secret about what's coming? One inline reaction tag if needed. Say just one, maybe?
Music 1.
All right, Radio Fam, that was Music 1 by Unknown, smooth as a neon sunset over Ocean Drive. We rolled through the chill city pop bridge, and now we're easing into that breezy groove. Think Rubik's Cube colors, melting into a beachside sunset, the tempo kind to your afternoon. Next up is Music 6 by Unknown. You ever wonder how a track can sound like a red Testarossa gliding past Fontainebleau without a single engine roar? Stay tuned, we're taking the vibe from Caliocho to the neon coast.
Music 6.
All right, listen up, sunshine. That was Music 6 riding the neon waves, smooth as a Cala Ocho sunset and just as electric. We ride the bridge. Yeah, that glow up from velvet dusk to glittering daytime groove. You can practically feel the Ocean Drive breeze kissing your ears. So what's next, you ask? Music 5 is coming up. And I'm telling you, it's got that red Testarossa heartbeaty in. And hey, quick callback. Earlier we spun Music 8, totally worth a rewind in your head, right?
Music 5.
All right, listen up. Sunshine, that was Music 5 gliding through Ocean Drive like a neon comet. Smooth and glossy. Am dropping a quick bridge. Imagine sunlit streets, palm shadows, and a bass line that slides like a red Testarossa across Cala Ocho. So what's next? Music 3 slips in with that dreamy city pop shimmer. But tell me, did you feel the hint of that earlier track synth called out to a secret chorus buried in the chorus? For sure. Well, ride that vibey you and me, cruising the Fontainebleau glow.
Music 3. Music 10. BMFM, first on the 80s.
All right, listener, we just floated through that sleek city pop tide with music 10 by Unknown, neon-drenched, and sunset smooth. I'm riding that espresso flat groovino. Here comes a little bridge, think palm trees, Cala Ocho reflections, and a palm-sized keyboard sigh. So, what do you think? Are we cruising into the next glow-up with Music 4 by Unknown, or should we revisit the glossy vibes of Music 7 we flashed earlier?
Music 4. Music 8.
BMFM, first on the 80s.
All right, check it out. You just heard Music 8 glide through neon streets, smooth as a late afternoon breeze on Ocean Drive. And the vibe was pure city pop cruising vibe. Now, I'm shifting gears dreamy since. Swell, a little balcony-lit bridge, and I'm wondering will Music 9 flip the tempo from sunset stroll to leave the door open happiness? So yeah, what do you think? You ready to ride this glow-up into the next track? Or should we replay that glossy riff from Music 1 by Unknown you loved earlier?
Music 9.
Music 7.
BMFM, first on the 80s.
All right, you vibed with that smooth city pop glow that was Music 7 by Unknown, cruising like a neon sunset over Ocean Drive. We rode the groove from the cassette sails into a liquid bridge, where the keys sparkle and the bass feels like a lazy palm sway. Now, what's next? Music 2 by Unknown. A seaside stroll with a breezy chorus that lift you into the Fontainebleau blow you in for that. Or should I tease you with the memory of Music 9 by Unknown from earlier?
Music 2.
All right, listeners, that was Music 2 cruising through the city like a neon breeze slick and sunset smooth. Now we drift into a bridge of glow and groove, where the streets of Ocean Drive glisten and the bass hums just right. So tell me, are you ready for Music 1 to flip the vibe and chase that afternoon sun?
Music 1.
Beam FM fades out, neon dreams. All right, listen up, smooth cruisers. That was Music 1 spinning sunshine through the neon streets, and M vibing with you as the bass settles into the palm tree glow. We just sailed from that rosy bridge into a velvet cruisin' groove. You feel that glide, right? Next up, Music 6, another sun-drenched glide. And hey, did you catch that wink of a late afternoon synth in? Think it's dialing us toward a sunset Calle Ocho moment, or what?
Music 6. Music 5.
All right, you're riding the neon stream that was Music 5, smooth as a Calle Ocho breeze, and just begging for a sunset selfie. Coming up, we slide into Music 3 Think City Lights, gliding over Ocean Drive while the coffee hums in the Walkman. Quick tease, does the next track flip the tempo from breezy to bass forward, or does it layer on a velvet synth that makes you want to double tap the red Testarossa?
Music 3. Music 10.
Yo, Neo, 80-FM fam. That was Music 10 by Unknown, cruising through a neon-dusted city pop alley, and M feeling those little synth sighs floating over the Calle Ocho glow. We just rode a glossy bridge of slippery synth bass, daytime sun bouncing off Fontainebleau glass. You can almost hear the palm fronds swishing. Next up, we slide in the Music 4 by Unknown Totally, the kind of track that makes you look at your red Testarossa in the rear view and grin at a four-shell dude's pizza party vibe. Quick check, you vibin' with the tempo shift, or should we shift gears from 95 to 120 BPM and speed into the neon sunset?
Music 4. Music 8.
All right, you cruised through that neon glow music. 8 by Unknown just slid into the night like a Rubik's Cube lit by street lamps. Now I'm weaving us into a breezy city pop bridge, imagining sunbeams bouncing off Ocean Drive while the bass lines drift like palm trees in a gentle breeze. So tell me, are you ready for Music 9 by Unknown to glide in with a lil quieter groove, or should we kick it into a smooth synth-thick ride?
Music 9.
All right, listen up. NH80-FM fam, that was Music 9 stepping out in a silky city pop glow. Smooth daytime groove as the streets shimmered like Ocean Drive after a rain. Now, I'm dropping a quick Bridget Hat lil synth wash, and those razor-sharp chords ride like a red Testarossa gliding past Fontainebleau. You feel that neon pulse? And what's coming next is Music 7. Same Unknown vibe, but hotter, like a Calle Ocho sunset over Vice speedboats. So tell me, are you ready for the next beat to glide you into the afternoon? Or should we slow it down and soak it in?
Music 7.
Hey, NH80-FM fam, that was Music 7 by Unknown, cruising through a smooth city pop sunset pineapple punch, neon drift, all in pocket. That lil bridge had me daydreaming of a palm tree sidewalk in Ocean Drive. And now, I'm wondering if you're vibing that dreamy synth as hard as I am. Up next, Music 2 by Unknown. You think this next tune will tilt us from a lazy afternoon into a sunset-soaked alleyway of Calle Ocho?
Music 2.
Music 6. Music 9.
Music 4.
All right, here's your neon-lit bash. That was Music 4. Riding smooth like a Fontainebleau sunset, you felt that glow-up fade into the city hum. Now we slide into a pastel-tinged bridge. Imagine a palm-lined Calle Ocho Street, bass-tickled breezes, the neon sign blinking you're tuned in. So what's next? Music 8 is going to glide in. But quick tease, did you catch that subtle key shift and the way the vocal hangs like a late afternoon shade? Totally. We're heading there right after this. And maybe you'll hear a wink to Music 7 from earlier.
Music 8.
Music 10. Music 3.
Music 7.
BMFM, first on the 80s.
All right now you just rode the neon wave with Music 7 smooth as a Fontainebleau sunset and twice as glossy. Impeling off a quick bridge, imagining you cruising Calle Ocho with a boombox, cruising from one lilting synth to a punchier chorus you can almost taste the Ocean Drive air. So, what's the next stop? Listener, will Music 2 fire up a sun-drenched rooftop party or drop a sneaky groove that makes the Rubik's Cube feel simple? That's coming up next. And hey, earlier we did drop Music 10 in the mix for a lil retro tease. You didn't forget, did you?
Music 2.
Music 1. Music 5. Music 6. BMFM, first on the 80s.
All right, you caught that smooth city pop glow that was Music 6 riding the neon tides. A little sunset flirt on the Calle Ocho rhythm. Him cruising into a mellow bridge now, the kind of moment where the Walkman sighs and the Rubik's Cube spins in slow motion. Total sun-drenched vibes. So what's coming up next, you curious cat? Will Music 9 bring a breezy chorus that makes you want to nudge a red Testarossa closer to Ocean Drive? Or will we flip the tempo and take a tiny seaside detour?
Music 9.
Music 4.
BMFM, first on the 80s.
All right, smooth sails here on NH80-FM. That was Music 4 by Unknown, spinning a mellow neon sunset over Ocean Drive. That bridge floated us from Cassette City to a palm-fringed groove, and feeling the glow totally. Next up, Music 8 by Unknown You. Think this one leans into that late afternoon Tokyo Blue vibe, or does it drop into a sunshine-drenched rooftop chorus?
Music 8.
Music 10.
Yo, lovely listeners of NH80-FM. You just heard Music 10 glide through the neon afternoon like a chill ocean breeze off Ocean Drive. Now riding the Bridget Hat velvet synth line slipping into a twinkling key change feels like a red Testarossa gliding past Fontainebleau at sundown, right? Next up, we drop Music 3 by Unknown. And embedding, you're going to hear a tiny bounce in the groove that begs for a quick question. Are you ready to pedal into a dreamier verse, or ride the bass a touch longer?
Music 3.
Music 7.
Yo, you're cruising with N80FM. That was Music 7 smooth city pop glow washing over Ocean Drive. Neon soft and sweet. Bridge time. Picture a sunlit Calle Ocho street, palm shadows dancing on the dashboard as the groove slides into a cooler satin mood. So, what's next? Up next is Music 2 by Unknown You, feeling that lilting ride. Or should I tease a twist in the bridge if the bass drops into a new keys, that a beachy major moment or a moody A minor tilt?
Music 2.
All right, you sunny, sun-kissed dreamersly night just slid in with Music 2 by Unknown, and Im riding that sea salt synth wave with you. That groove peeled back the shades. Now picture a neon bridge lighting up Ocean Drive as we tease into a softer, sunlit mood. You feel that glide. Next up is Music 1 by Unknown, a track that begs the question, are we cruising Calle Ocho or orbiting a red Testarossa in slow-mo? Hang tight, because before we dive in, tell me, do you want
Music 1.
Alright, you sunny Calle Ocho crew, that was Music 1 spinning smooth as a neon sunset on Ocean Drive, pure city dream vibes, yeah? Now we slide into a glittering bridge, that lilting bass, glossy and easy, and Im vibing with those pastel synths as we roll toward the next wave. So tell me, are you ready for the slick pulse of Music 5 by Unknown? Will it bring you to Calle Ocho or keep you parked at the Fontainebleau poolside?
Music 5. Music 6. Music 9.
Alright, cruising through Ocean Drive vibes. That was Music 9 by Unknown, smooth as a neon sunset on Fontainebleau water. That groove sneaked in like a breeze off Calle Ocho, and I gotta ask you, ready for the synth kiss in Music 4 by Unknown? Or should we double dip the vibe with a quick key change patch? Stay tuned, the daytime groove is just warming up.
Music 4.
Music 10. Music 1.
Beam FM signing off. Neon Dreams, later.
Music 2.
Music 3. Music 9. Music 6.
Music 7. Music 8.
Music 5.
Music 4.
Music 10. BMFM, first on the 80s.
Alright, listen up. Neon Souls. That was Music 10 cruising over the Calle Ocho streets. Smooth and sunlit, like a palm tree swaying to a late afternoon breeze. I'm picturing a lipstick red Testarossa gliding by Fontainebleau. Yeah, that bridge just teased the tempo and rolled us into something more dreamy. So what's next? Amigos. Will Music 1 speedboat? And yeah, quick tease. Think a breezy key change that tastes like a beach umbrella and a red Testarossa revving up.
Music 1.
Music 2.
BMFM, first on the 80s.
Alright, you glide with me through Ocean Drive and the Fontainebleau glow. That was Music 2 by Unknown. Smooth as a sunglass reflection on a neon wave. That bridge slid us from late afternoon sway into a calm, Sunlit groove. And now I've got a question for you. What part of this city pop sunset should our next tune chase? More mellow ember or a glossy July bite? Up next is Music 3 by Unknown. And hey, earlier we spun Music 8 by Unknown. Totally a vibe recap, right?
Music 3. Music 9. BMFM, first on the 80s.
Alright, listen up. You neon dreamers. That was Music 9 cruising through glossy city pop streets. Velvet synths and sun-kissed vibes on Ocean Drive. Now we drift into a breezier bridge. A little raindrop glitter on the windshield, teasing the groove that glides into the next track. So what's coming next is Music 6. You've got a rad question to chew on. Do you want the next chorus to hit like a red Testarossa revving or a cool down ripple through Calle Ocho? Either way, you're riding this daytime groove with me. NH80-FM.
Music 6.
Alright,